Time to shatter some gems! You know, the good guys don't shatter the gems. Ah, jeez. But, oh, well, my name's Fox Rhinetail. They get him at Fox. If you haven't been following my channel for a bit, you may know that I do a lot of crazy little theories. And a lot of the times while I'm doing my theories, I like to, you know, set up how the theory would play out in the show. How something so epic would happen inside of it. And you can go back to probably to my rose quartz theory video where I did that, you know, on the couch with just my phone. But I like writing scenes for different things. I like writing things. I am a non-published, not really ever finished a story completely writer. Yay! You can find unfinished fanfiction on fanfiction.com. I'm not going to link it, but you can find it. But, gosh dang. Alright, so, and again, I always love doing these, and, I don't know, maybe I love theory videos, and I love doing the theory videos, and they do pretty dang well on my channel. So I kind of wanted to think of, you know, just talk out a scene with you all, or I guess theory video also. But basically this would go along the lines of that this would be a pretty epic scene. An epic and emotional scene, at least to me, I think. Because we all know, if you've seen Steven Universe, you know that gems, I think minus, the new ones that are appearing, like, in the leaks, for, like, some of those quartz, all gems usually look the same. They, like, all the rubies, all look exactly the same, except their gems are placed differently. Or, let me see, I'm trying to think. I think the only ones, except for maybe the new quartz gems or amethysts or whatever that are inside the leak. I didn't see all the leak scenes, so forgive me if I'm a little bit wrong on that bit. But from at least from what I've seen for those are probably a little bit more different in look, if only because Homeworld is kind of, you know, effed up on minerals. At least that's on my assumption. Homeworld doesn't have that many good minerals, so all the gems there are a little bit effed up in, you know, looks and everything. But then I kind of started thinking, like, well, because each gem basically has, you know, hundreds and hundreds of clones of itself everywhere. There's probably like hundreds of paradox, hundreds of whatever. Like, the only gems I think that probably are different colors because, or whatever, is probably going to be pearls, and that's only because pearls are artificially made, quote-unquote artificially made, to be servants, or specifically made to be servants, and Paradigm says that you can customize them at some point. So, but I was thinking, how awesome would it be if there was a fight scene? Maybe on Homeworld, maybe on Earth, who knows where. There's a fight scene going on against the Crystal Gems and the Homeworld Gems. Or, not saying Lapis, Peridot, and Jasper, because most likely they'll be with the Crystal Gems at that point. But let's say there's a big battle going on. Explosions, destruction, boom, boom, slicing and dicing. Stevani just jumps in, slicing with the sword, poofing them without shattering the gems, using a shield to deflect. And then, while they're going, just fighting through all of it, they think they're with the Crystal Gems, are, you know, putting up a good fight. They're probably even like winning, beating them. And then like a ship comes down, lands not right in front, but like Stevani's ready. She's ready, arms ready, sword in hand, ready to fight. Door comes down, and then down you just see a big gem inside the ship, and you just see boom, boom. You hear walking slowly as they walk down the ship, and you just see Stevani, like, heroic looking up, like, come on, let's go, let's go. Just slowly turn to, like, a horrified state, or, like, a state like, what the fudge am I looking at? And then coming down those steps is a face that Stevani has only ever seen in a vision, on pictures, in Steven's memory, kind of. And that is another rose quartz. Another rose quartz just stepping down that ramp, looking dead at Stevonnie. One, Stevonnie will instantly defuse. because I would love this scene to happen, if only because it's kind of like, because I know there's even like a theory out there saying like, there's only one rose quartz. And I would say, that would be such an effing cop-out if there was only one rose quartz. There was only one rose quartz. That would be such a freaking cop-out. It is that would be so dang stupid. And the reason why, there's a thing I like to called talking to ghosts. And it can be used for multiple reasons, or it can be even like different scenarios. And in case, it's always you are able to talk to someone who is no longer there, and they don't have to technically be ghosts. A good way to, at least probably a better way to, an example is The Flash. I think it was season 2 of The Flash, where Barry goes to an alternate universe, an alternate world, and calls his mother. His mother, who's been dead since he was 10, calls her because she is still alive in that timeline. And that's what I kind of mean like that. Or someone going back in time and having a conversation with someone, but can't tell them, like, and like this person dies some way, and trying to talk with that person. And, you know, just not to warn them, but just say, like, I love you, man. I'm sorry. That's just tomorrow. But, something like that. It's the act of talking to someone who you cannot talk to because of, most likely, death. Talking to a ghost. And that's why I would love this scene. I would love this scene because you would have a Rose Quartz looking down at Stevonnie. She doesn't even have to wear, like, the same thing as Rose would, like, you know, the white dress. She'd probably wear, like, the usual, like, clothing like Jasper. But my gosh, how epic would it be to see that? Like, that Rose Quartz looks down at her, and maybe even, like, wields a sword. It doesn't have to be, like, you know, Rose's pink scabbard. Maybe, like, just, like, a Buster sword or some crap like that. Bastard sword. Bastard sword. Not bad word. I love you, Black Forge. But, you know, something like that. And you just to see that fight, especially if Steven and Connie can stay fused together, and just seeing the distress in Steven's eyes, like, oh my gosh, I'm fighting my mother. Yes, it's not technically his mother, but still, it's kind of, again, like, when he saw Amethyst as Rose. As Rose, and, like, you know, he has the shocked look on his face. Kind of something like that, like, Stevonnie fighting this Rose Quartz. This Rose Quartz who has no connection with Rose at all. But the only thing is, they share the same face. And not to mention, from there, you could branch off into multiple different stories, which would be freaking awesome. Heck, this could be like, this could be Steven versing this Rose Quartz, you know, as Stevonnie, fighting each other, trading blows. Maybe even the Rose Quartz even says that you're a good fighter or something. And to see, like, you know, like, Steven's feelings are from that. Like, she's saying, like she's impressed with me and stuff like that. It's like, you know, things he will never, ever hear Rose say about him. And then, like, or heck, you can even have kind of like a quote-unquote redemption arc. Maybe they beat everyone down and, like, this Rose Quartz, they capture her and, you know, lock her up or something. And then it has to be a deal with everyone in the Crystal Gems group. Just like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with her? Because that would be the point where it'd be every last little shred of, every last little thing that, like, you know, they built up. Like Pearl saying that she's a new gem. That would all then be tempted so badly for her to revert back to her original self, to revert back to the broken self, to see the gems revert back to before, to, what is it? Steven, 3 3 gems and a baby. To revert them back to that mindset. To revert them back to the point to where they had just lost Rose. And the thing is, like I said, you could branch out. You definitely don't have to have that one, though I would like that one. You can have, like, Steven fighting this Rose Quartz. And maybe in the end, Steven's about to end her or something, and, like, the Rose Quartz says, that was really good, or something like that. Heck, actually, I would like that. And then they capture her. Then everything goes on. But again, those emotions, that right there would test the entire freaking series. That right there would test every last ounce of what those gems preach throughout the entire series about them saying that they've tried to get over their grief or saying that they've kind of moved past it a bit. That would put all of that into that would put all into, have they got past it? What would what would happen with all of this? It would just be like, what the fudge, like would, like, Garnet and, like, would Ruby and Sapphire kind of get like split up just for, like, the stress of what the fudge? Like, is maybe Ruby angry at Rose for leaving, but then Sapphire knows, and, like, they split up for that reason. Amethyst, I don't know what the fudge Amethyst would freaking do. Pearl, especially with, like, the mystery girl, especially if they stay together that long. Like, what would happen with their, like, let's say that relationship, would that be strained a bit if they are still going out, which I kind of do hope. Something like that, like, strained out a bit. What would happen if all of that happened together? And I would be, fudge me, that would be so good. I would love that so much. Because, again, it would test so much emotions for the gems, for Steven, to see another Rose Quartz. Because, again, like I said, like, I've seen theories that say, is Rose Quartz the only Rose Quartz? And I would be like, that, if they did, if she is, that is a ginormous cop-out. Because that would lead to so much drama. So much to say, like, can you truly move past grief? Can you truly, like, and, like, they even said, like, they kind of, I think they touch on it a little bit, like Steven and Connie, when, like, Steven defuses because, like, seeing the emotions of seeing the guilt of Jasper, Rose and stuff, like, even, like, them fusing together saying, you know, here comes a thought or whatnot, then everything going, would that throw all of that off again? Would that defuse Stevonnie? Would Stevonnie start going crazy again, seeing things? That is, like, so many questions that could then be answered through there. So much good bits. Like, apparently there's, like, a viewer drop in Steven Universe, and I've been hearing rumors that the show, oh, by Lord Jesus, no. Or Allah, or Judea, whichever one you want to pray to. Heck, if you don't even want to pray, I don't have to say a dang thing. To the energies of the universe themselves, the creation of all. Fine, Lord, let that not happen. I want this show to keep going. At least to a point to where the show will end nicely. To where everything's wrapped up nicely. It doesn't feel rushed. Tangents aren't just suddenly dropped or cut or whatnot. What is it? Phantom Planet probably is a good way of saying that, where they kind of just burn off any way that they could, like, continue that regular series from, like, Danny Phantom. But yeah, it's just kind of like that. It's kind of like that. And if it does end, let it end on a very good note. I'm hoping Adventure Time, it ends, I think, this season, or next season, or this year or next year. I hope that ends very well. But yeah, this show would be so good to see that. I don't want to see the cop-out, there was only one Rose Quartz. No, we've seen all these clones before. We've seen that there's, again, it's complicated with Steven about his mom. And imagine this, especially this. This Rose Quartz is, I don't know, locked up somewhere. Maybe she's locked up in one of the temples or inside the centipedal ship for because that's the safest place. And Steven goes to that rose quartz. And tells her everything he would want to tell her. He would want to tell his mother. To the point to where, you know, he's crying. Just saying, why did you leave? Why did you do this? Why this, and this? Like, see all of this sadness that has built up inside him. Why did you go? Why did you become me? Why all this? Why did you love? Why, like, you know, just asking her all these questions. Of course, this rose quartz has no effing idea about the other rose, or doesn't know what to say. But imagine that. Imagine that bit, and imagine that bit of that scene, and like Steven's just crying. Heck, maybe Steven like unbound her or something, or no, better yet, she's crying, but she's still like handcuffed or whatever. He's crying, his eyes are closed, and this rose quartz like puts her arms around Steven, not like a crushing way, but actually just like a hug. It looks like a hug, and she just goes, "I'm sorry." That right there, even like that would be a way to show that this rose quartz will probably join the crystal gems, which would be freaking awesome. But show that little bit of like quote unquote humanity. I don't want to say humanity in this case with aliens, but you know, humanity. See that little bit, that would instantly make this rose quartz loved by everyone. And 2, that would give also Steven some closure for later on. And I think that would be pretty cool, especially in the end. If like let's say in the end of that episode, or let's say it's the end of that episode or whatever. Maybe Steven was the only one who was being nice to this rose quartz or whatever. And like the end of this episode, something comes to kill Steven, or something's about to kill Steven, and this rose quartz steps in the way, and like let's say the gems here just gets this gem gets shattered. Heck, it could be bismuth for all we freaking know, and just kills that rose quartz. That would be very sad. But then also it'd be just like, well, fuck. I don't know. I've been rambling for how long? How long am I freaking rambling? Hold on, I need to check this real quick. 18 minutes. I've been rambling for 18 freaking minutes on this stuff. Gosh dang it. But anyways, that's the scene. That's the theory. I guess. I don't know. But that's my thought on this. I think if they're going to keep going with all of this, if they're going to keep going with this story, and we can even have like a little gem war going on at this point, I would love to see this another rose quartz appear. If only because, one, we've already had a ton of rubies, so we know that they're not so far out of the park to like say like, oh, we're never gonna have like the same characters as some of the main characters. No. We got 2 pearls in there, though they're vastly different, but we got like 5 other rubies, and we already technically have 1 ruby on our team. We're not below, when it's not bad with, I'm not trying to make it sound bad, but we're not below having similar characters looking at, even though they're similar, they all have different personalities. So it would be kind of cool to see that. See this rose quartz, who has no connection with the crystal gems, come in. Maybe is kept as a prisoner until they don't figure out what the heck to do with it. And see all the emotions that all of the gems, including Steven, have to go through because of this. Heck, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting till Bismuth returns and meets Lapis. Because, by golly, that is going to be a fun fight. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. If you watch the videos that I've done, please click on the screen below or the 2 links beside my head. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me if there's any other scenes you might want me to talk about or things you might want to do. I feel like I want to keep doing theory videos like this because I kind of like standing up and moving around and stuff like that. Just, whoa. But, thank you all so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Please share all my videos. And we will see you later.